Hey guys, today I wanted to showcase a new build I've been working on over the past days. As you can see, I'm pretty poor at the moment because I literally, yeah, it's not cheap, you know. This build is not done yet. As you can see, I'm missing 4 jewels, which are probably like 150 million DPS per. So that's a lot of damage missing. So this build is not truly done yet. And I'm also not using... Oh, I guess that's why I don't have these jewels, because I don't have one passive voices yet. Once I have them, I can use another voices down here. For now I just have strength because I'm missing some attributes. But yeah, so basically I'm missing like, I don't know, maybe like 600 million damage. But yeah, we're basically a Bladefall, as you can see. Looks pretty boring, so I guess you really need to buy an MTX for it. It's pretty funny. I do have Leap Slam here, and I do have an Arcanist Brand linked with Conductivity, just if you want the extra damage, because we have one curse. But yeah, I just have Bladefall down here to show you guys that it's truly a 0-button build. 32,000 energy shield, which will probably go up to like 40k once I have these socketed in. 169,000 mana. Yeah, will probably go up to 200,000 mana with the jewels, I guess. Also not bad. So yeah, not done yet. I'm not using Legacy Winter Flask. Obviously, this is standard. Why not? Well, because I want the AoE on this one, and I'm using this helmet here. Cannot leech mana, so the flask wouldn't even work. I wanted to talk about some item combinations here before I showcase it on Cortex. Why? Well, because you can see the mapping, and I guess Sirus for single target and defense. Defense is pretty valid, I guess. It's not... I mean, I don't think you will ever die. Let's say it like that, okay? So it's tanky enough to not die. I'm also only having 161,000 armor. Like I said, I'm not done yet. Once I'm done, I will have 5 million armor. So I will definitely not die. With Arcane Cloak up, which is an uptime of like 85%, I think, your effective hit pool is like 3 million. So yeah. And you have 25,000 energy shield recharge. So yeah, you will not die. Let's say it like that. Okay? Maybe Uber Maven Train Blast is going to kill you, but who cares about that? We are using Energy Blade. It's literally best in slot. If you use any kind of weapon with an apple socket in it and then use Energy Blade, you still have the apple socket in this Energy Blade, so definitely do that. I'm using this shield here, maybe not best in slot, but pretty good, I guess. I tried Manastorm, but Manastorm doesn't really work because I can't leech mana. So I can't have instant leech of the Winter Flask. So I'm not using Manastorm. If you want true full damage, go Mana Flask, go instant leech, Legacy Winter Flask. But the thing is, I hate Manastorm. It feels absolutely terrible. I really don't like it. Because, first of all, you need instant leech, which makes this helmet useless, because it literally says cannot leech mana, and this helmet is best in slot, so yeah, Manastorm is like useless. If you want tens of billion of DPS, go Manastorm, but like I said, no one needs so much damage. I have like, I think 2.5 billion damage at the moment, or maybe 2 billion damage without the jewels, which are still missing, and yeah, you're literally one-tapping every single boss, so why would I want 10 billion damage, you know? Manastorm is, yeah, trash. This helmet is literally best in slot with the new Vesticle mod. Why? Well, increases and reductions to evasion rating also apply to spell damage. We increase our evasion rating by 50% or by overcapped cold resistance. We do have 12,500 cold resistance. So this helmet is literally giving us 6,250% increased global damage. And besides that, we get 15% of max mana SCS. So this shit is literally better than any other helmet. I tried the mana stacking mirror helmet. The mana stacking mirror helmet with Transfiguration of Mind is giving me 200 million damage in PoE. This helmet here is giving me 900 million damage. And it's literally like only 400 divines. So yes, this helmet will always be best in slot. Obviously you need the Wholeborn amulet, bugged armor obviously. I do use quantity gear because why not? Why would I play a build without quantity? Doesn't make sense. We do have 144 item quantity. Very important is that you have any kind of mana on kill, since we can't leech mana. These are new clothes, you can mirror them, no fee costs. Mana on kill, literally perma max mana while mapping, which means your Arcane Cloak trigger, which happens every 10 seconds, is going to be full potential all the time. Arcane Cloak, pretty important, makes you immortal, adds billions of damage. So yeah, pretty good. These are best in slot clothes. Probably best in slot boots, item quantity, mana, and then just full movement speed. I do have like 450 movement speed. This build is heavily based on full screen AoE. I have like 7.5 AoE. Probably 450 global increased AoE after I killed something. So this shit is like pretty broken. Full screen AoE. Nothing special down here, I guess. I do have Juggernaut Ascendance. I guess you can go Berserker if you want to, because then you can overcap your resistances and go max stress, but you don't need more defense, so I don't think it's that good. This here gives us literally like 30% increased AoE, since we do have like 5 endurance charges. Action speed immune, increased movement speed, stun immune, pretty fucking nice. And then nothing else is good, so we just went, I don't even know how this shit is called, like this weird new Ascendant stuff, when you kill the Harvest boss. Because you have basically perma elusive at max effect. Pretty good. You can do whatever you want here, but literally nothing else is good, so I would just use this here. It's the Harvest boss, by the way. Because we do have this tattoo here, so instead of going down, it goes up for the first 2 seconds, so that's pretty good. A lot of movement speed, a lot of defense. One thing I guess I have to talk about, because I don't really see anything else special here, is this here. This is pretty nice. Cannot do non-lightning damage, so if you want to use Herald of Ash, for example, for explosions, well, you can't use this. The thing is, when we have Arcane Cloak up, which is 8 seconds uptime, and then 2 seconds cooldown, so it's like 80% uptime, we do have less damage, but the 2 seconds we don't have Arcane Cloak, we do more damage. So I think it's a good trade. So we're basically doing like 1.3 billion DPS instead of 1 billion when we don't have Arcane Cloak, which is pretty nice. And then once we have Arcane Cloak, we are doing like 2.5 billion DPS instead of like 2.8 billion. So you don't have to use that, but I feel like it's better to buff the unbuffed Arcane Cloak time instead of not doing it. So that's pretty good, but keep in mind, if you want any kind of other damage or like lightning damage as extra chaos or something like that, well, you have to disable this node, obviously. I think that's enough for now. I will just showcase Uber Cortex real quick. I will probably change all the... Oh, by the way, all these small magic jewels here either have movement speed on them, because this is heavily based for movement speed, or AoE. Pretty fucking expensive to make that, so yeah, I was lucky to hit the corrupts. You can just log craft the beast recipe and then corrupt it. That's how I did it, but it's like, you get AoE maybe once in 300 tries, and each try is like 10 divines and beasts, so this is insanely expensive to get AoE. It's so fucking rare. But I guess if you have the money, you can go do it. I will probably change all of them, remove the crypt mod and get movement speed if you have killed recently, just because I want more movement speed. I still feel like I'm too slow. I guess that's the issue about standard, you're never happy with your build. But yeah. It's literally full screen AoE. Everything gets one tap. We are literally... like, we don't care about damage. We do have perma facing. No button build. Literally just walking. 400... 10% movement speed, 10% action speed, so I don't know how much that is. Probably like 460 movement speed, I don't know. Still not max level on some of these. I do not use my conductivity curse on hit now, which adds like another billion DPS, so I'm literally just going to stand AFK in here, not moving anything. Let's see how it goes. Uber Cortex, by the way. As you can see, uptime from phasing is literally all the time. I don't really know why, but I guess I have enough cooldown rate. Phase run is active all the fucking time. The only thing about single target is, as you can see, my Arcane Cloak is never at full potential because we don't have max mana. Which means, well, I'm probably missing a lot of damage when you don't have max mana and it triggers once you're in the boss room. Because Arcane Cloak spends 65% of your current mana, and if you only have 50% of mana left, well, you're missing a lot of damage. But I guess it's good enough, as you can see, you literally don't need more. That's why this node is so expensive, recover mana on kill. By the way, I don't know how to get frenzy charges. I could have get 4 frenzy charges, since I have 1 max here, but I don't know how. I don't know how to get frenzy charges, so I guess we have to skip that. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't think there will ever be anything better in the history of Path of Exile, since this is literally a buttonless AFK screen, one-tapping, 500% movement speed character. Like, what else do you want, right? I don't think there's anything better than this. So that's probably the one build I will play forever. Now I will just show Uber Sirus. Maybe for the defense, I guess. The storm damage shouldn't be an issue, I think, since we have so much regeneration. By the way, on the shield we have this useless mod. 4% of armor applies to fire and whatever. There's sadly nothing else in the mirror market. So there's one shield which is better, but that costs like, I don't know, 8 mirrors instead of 1. So yeah, I just bought this here. We don't care about that because we don't block, but who gives a shit? We're still tanky enough. The storm also doesn't matter for us, since we do have 25,000. Where is it? Energy shield recharge per second 10k? Is it only 10k? I don't know. Should be 25k. Oh wait, here, 25k, yeah. We do have 20k. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there you can see Arcane Cloak is never at full potential, but I mean, look at this. It's getting one tap, so what else do you need? You don't need more damage. I do run Precision as the only aura, and then Clarity. Why? Well, because you want this Legacy Watcher Eye mod. Mana is max AS. Pretty expensive. But we don't have any kind of energy shield. We have 0% increased energy shield, so you need that mod to get energy shield. We don't have any kind of ES scaling besides mana as energy shield. So yeah, probably the best build in the entire game and will always be. I guess you could replicate this exact build like I'm doing it right now. Or, well, if you don't count the 8 mirror armor in, you can probably do the rest for like 10 mirror. Without the voices though. Or with 3 passive voices like I'm using right now. Pretty good. Sirus was not one tap, but I guess if I use my spell, like my Arcanist brand with conductivity, he would be one tap. But yeah, who cares? It's good enough. So let me guys know how to get frenzy charges. I have no idea. I don't have any kind of minimum frenzy charges. That's the issue. I can't get frenzy charges on the that which was taken since I'm using, well, even is it like a literally perfect that which was taken. So there's no way I'm going to change that because it's literally perfect. Look at this. It's pretty fucking good. So I can't get frenzy charge on hit on this one. I don't even think it exists with these mods. So yeah, Spell Slinger with frenzy doesn't work because I'm not using a wand. So I don't know. How do we get frenzy charges? Let me know in the comments.